Hello, Moto. We're back. Guess what? I have some stuff to talk about. Finally, I know it's been a very long time since I've had something meaningful to talk about. And the reason of why I come to you today, a broken, unemployed computer science major, is to talk about the use of ChatGPT. Now, you might be wondering, why all of a sudden I want to talk about ChatGPT. I was at work today and my manager comes up to me and he's like, "Are you really using ChatGPT? Like, are you really using it?" He said it in this very like condescending ass tone. He was like, "Are you really using ChatGPT?" I'm like, "Yes, I am using ChatGPT." What the fuck is up with this condescending tone you're coming at me with? Okay, first off, let's rewind here a little bit. Okay, take it easy, all right? I'm walking over here. So he comes up to me and he goes, "Are you really using ChatGPT?" And basically what he means by that is that I'm writing such ass shitty code to the point where he genuinely doesn't believe I'm using ChatGPT, or that if I am using it, I'm using it very incorrectly. So I go, "Yeah, man, I am using ChatGPT, but guess what? I keep running out of these goddamn ChatGPT tokens, okay? That ChatGPT keeps downgrading me to the shittier version that writes even shittier code, okay? So it's not really my fault, so let's relax here, take a step back." Which I didn't really say that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my manager after all, so I just went like, "Okay, I'll make sure to use ChatGPT, but I go, "Yeah, I'll make sure to use it, but I'm sorry, I won't do it again." I'm so afraid of losing my job, bro. I swear to God, if I lose this job, I'm done. I'm cooked. So I go, "Yeah, I'll be sure to use ChatGPT better, okay?" So I started thinking, I came back home now, and on the drive home, I just kept thinking in my head, like, okay, these companies are really starting to move in the direction of accepting these LLMs, ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, whatever it may be, as long as you don't really place any sensitive customer data into the model. And I was just wondering, like, I've spent so long studying to code and program and learn all of these data structures and how to do these complex, minuscule, fucking repetitive tasks. And now that I finally got a job, per se, it's not really a job, it's a contractor position. But even so, now that I have this position and I'm here, my manager is telling me, "Hey, listen, dude, don't write the code yourself, rely heavily on ChatGPT." How did this even happen? Where did we go wrong? Or in many cases, where did we go right? So what I really want to talk about and discuss with you guys is, do you guys think that ChatGPT and using AI to write your code is the way to go from now on? Because I can't really remember the last time I've had to write a for loop or deal with edge cases and try catch blocks and all of this random ass technical shit. I use ChatGPT for all of it. So now I'm wondering, what did I spend that whole time in school learning, really? You spend most of your time at school learning all of this low-level stuff, and yet this low-level stuff is all getting replaced by ChatGPT. So hear me out here a little bit. I think this is very interesting to just go step by step on how you progress through your career as a software engineer or a computer science major. And these examples I'm about to give are going to be what was happening before ChatGPT, like 4, 5, 6 years ago, okay? So just hear me out and bear with me. You start off as a young adult in college and you start learning all of this low-level stuff, like let's say C, and then maybe object-oriented programming, your data structures are in there, and then maybe you take a couple electives where you have to build something a little complex. And then sprinkled in there, you have a class where you actually build something very complex. For some universities, this could be called a graduation project. For some universities, it might be a class called software engineering, like what I had. And then in that class, you sort of build something a little more complex, a little high level, something you would actually see happen in a workplace. So for me, it was building a web app. And building this web app sort of gave me all of this information. I was overloaded with information. It was crazy. It was like all of this stuff that I never really heard of before. Like, oh, sending a REST API call and then receiving it and then returning something back. All of this stuff, actually programming it and creating a fully functional application, I only got to learn that in my final semester semester of school, which is absolutely crazy because I feel like these are the skills that you really need when you're in the workplace. Then let's say you graduate, you get into the workplace, and now you start even evolving your skills even more. And then you turn into a senior software engineer where you can write anything from scratch. You're sort of this mastermind where you can create a web application without even checking Stack Overflow. You're expert at this stuff. You know how to deal with edge cases yourself. You know how to write try-catch blocks. You know how to do all of this stuff. So now you're sort of a master, a jack of all trades. And this is what was happening 6 years ago. And then you move over to around my time where ChatGPT came out. Okay, it wasn't really my time because my first year or two of college, ChatGPT wasn't really all that. But let's say around my time. So you go through college, you also go through and you learn all the low-level stuff, object-oriented programming, data structures, whatever it may be. You go through that full path. And this is, of course, assuming you're not using ChatGPT, because in my humble opinion, if you're using ChatGPT to pass your classes in college, I highly recommend you don't do so, unless of course you feel like you've reached a point where you know all of this stuff and you just want to automate away all of the low level, like, repetitive tasks. You know what I'm talking about? And now you graduate and let's say you land a job somehow in this economy, in this tech market, and now they're telling you, hey man, using ChatGPT is actually highly encouraged. You should automate away all of these low-level tasks, but keep in mind, you're at a level where this is all you know. So you're basically automating everything you know. All of your skill set now is just getting straight up automated. And now I'm sitting there and I'm like, hold on, how am I supposed to grow into a senior software engineer? How is that supposed to happen? Because in my eyes, a senior software engineer is just someone who mastered all of these skills that I have right now and sort of took them to the next level. But now I'm automating all of this away. How am I going to grow my skills? Like, I'm not growing. I just know how to use ChatGPT better. So is it that a senior software engineer in the future is just going to be a master of using AI to help him code? Is that what a senior software engineer is going to be? Because if so, why are we still using leak code questions in interviews and not allowing the candidates to use ChatGPT to solve those questions? So you're sort of stuck in this weird place where, okay, I understand a little bit why I'm not allowed to use ChatGPT to do these leak code-esque questions. I understand it doesn't make sense, like the recruiter wants to see if you can actually code or not, but at the same time, on the job, you're gonna be using ChatGPT. So why doesn't the recruiter want to see if I can use ChatGPT correctly or not? Because let's say you're in a situation where you actually get the job and then your manager comes up to you and he's like, hey man, listen, you're not using ChatGPT correctly. You don't know how to do this. We need to teach you how to do it, or guess what? You're fired. We don't want you anymore because you don't know how to use AI correctly. And I'm just sitting there thinking, well, there's a lot of conflicting information now. Like, what am I supposed to study? What am I supposed to focus on? And I feel like this is part of the reason why the tech market is in such a weird place right now. No one knows what they should study. No one knows where this is going. Obviously, it's going in the direction of AI. But am I really going to land a job studying elite code and then on the job, they're going to tell me, hey man, your elite code skills aren't necessary? I mean, we knew that before, but it wasn't to this level, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to sort of put that out there. It's just something that I really noticed and just it popped into my head. I have to talk about this to someone and said, well, might as well put it on my YouTube channel for you guys to talk about it. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and leave a comment. I really want to hear from you guys. If anyone's watching, just let me know. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.